Hi everyone, hello, how are you all? Are you well today? Are you ready for some more tarot training? With me, Anne-Marie, as your instructor through this course where we are going through the 78 tarot cards. And at the moment, I've chosen to do the one family for you, which is governed by the element of fire, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. The ones are full of energy and action and things that actively get done. So it's cards of action. The suit of wands reveals our personal development and our growth. And they answer the questions about work, action, and career. So if you would like to join me in this workshop for some free tarot training, you are more than welcome to actually look into the other videos that I have done that you'll find in the playlist on my YouTube channel under tarot training. So with no further ado, I am going to jump right in. So here we are. Moving forwards, we have the Ace of Wands. Now, the Ace of Wands is a new opportunity that inspires energy and enthusiasm. It's about optimism, doing something novel and unexpected, hence the ace there. It's about inventions and innovations, but it's action. So it means you're doing something, you're making something happen. About bravery and courage in the face of something new. And this card represents a new beginning and an enterprise, or a project that will demand a good deal of your energy. It can be a new beginning that's associated with work or action that you're about to take, or projects even. If you feel a strong pull towards a new project or a path, but are questioning whether it'll work, if this card pops up, then you're being given a very gentle nudge to pursue your passion. It's the start of a brand new action, a new career, or a project offer, a new enterprise, growth in good offers, inspiration even. So if we look at our card that I have put on the screen for you in this PDF, and if you do want a copy of the worksheets that I use in this series, please write to me at hello@tarotcourses.online, and I can give you a copy of a white PDF that can be yours for free. If you just write to me, I can send that on to you. They're quite big files, so I can only send you what we're doing at the time, such as now we're doing the one family. If you do require other copies, such as the Cups or the Major Arcana or the Sword family, which we've already covered, then I'm happy to send that to you in separate emails. They're just rather large files. And not the Pentacles, of course, because we're not there yet. But if you want to have your copy that's free, then please feel free. If you want a workbook that is key points, I have one of those on my website, which is TarotCourses.online, which is a beautiful PDF, very different to this. It has bullet points, but it is a book that I use personal statements that I use when I'm actually reading cards that I'm happy to share with you. So if you want to get that, I think it's about £5 or £6, you can get your copy of the key points that is for sale. That's very different to this one, much more professional sort of terminology, as it were. Okay. Morning, Nicola, and good morning, Blue Hummingbird. How are you? Lovely to have you along. I'm afraid we've got started on the Ace of Wands here, so you can perhaps watch it on the catch-up. I always post catch-ups, and it's always lovely to actually be able to share with you my insight as a professional reader, and the courses are all available for you at my website, which is tarotcourses.online. Okay, and if you are looking to have a reading with me, you can see my logo there, tarotwithanemarie.com. You can go on there and book a reading if that's what you want. The Ace of Wands. Well, if we look at this card from the Radiant Rider Waite Deck, quite difficult to say all of that. That's the Radiant Rider Waite Deck. You can see that traditionally the Rider Waite deck uses a hand coming from a cloud to signify that it's a gift, and that it depends on the suit, of course, and this is the Ace of Wands. So we've been shown a wand, or a baton as it's sometimes called. Various different names come up in different decks, in different sort of terminology that goes with different tarot decks. And yes, you've got the wand there, and you've got these shoots and the leaves, and what they symbolise. I go into the detail of that on TarotCourses. So if you want to actually read the cards professionally, or just actually start from scratch, or you're a tarot enthusiast and you'd like to know a lot more, then go on to the courses that I've set up for you, where you can read the cards and learn how to read the cards at your own pace with me as your instructor in the videos. This is just a workshop and some training of some meanings that are involved in the cards. I don't get involved in intuition. I don't get involved in the depth that's going into the cards in quite the same way. I can't. It would take too long, and that's why they're available all loaded up in video form for you to watch at any time you want to, without saying, oh my goodness, I can't make that commitment. You can watch it when you want, 5-10 minutes, stop, go back to it, whatever you want to do, it's there for you. Once you've bought it, it's yours, okay? So there you go. That's how you do it. What can it do for you? Well, if you are interested in becoming a reader, then what it can do is it can open a whole career for you if that's what you want. Or you could be a bit like me when I first started out, and I had a full-time blooming career, and I made a lot of money doing what I was doing, and everything was fine. So I didn't need to actually do this. I wanted to do this, and I did it as in a way that I used my intuition. I read books, I studied, I did everything. But then I went on a course, and I went on that course for 3 to 5 years. I did 3 years intensely just on tarot, and the next 2 years were done on psychic development, intuition, clairvoyance, mediumship, all of those things. And we met once a week, and it was 2 to 3 hours, and we were committed to doing it. And I used to read for people so that I'd get better. I wanted the practice. So I'd say, come on, let me read your cards for you. But what was different about this method was it's really unique, and it put all the pieces of the puzzle together. Sadly, that went years ago. So I developed that system deeper and deeper and deeper till it's become my signature course, in which I show you a very simple, effective, and very, very different, unique way in which to put the cards together. If some of you watch my lives, you'll see how I actually use the cards for what I call a snapshot reading. But an in-depth reading, we'll be putting out many, many cards that all have different places, different positions, tells you who, what, where, when, how, that kind of thing. Timing, countries, career, action, thoughts, feelings, spiritual advice, subconscious, the conscious mind, all of that. So, and you've got a very specific place. And I only use one spread. That's all you need. I wouldn't even dream of looking at another spread. I totally understand that there are other spreads. I'm not dissing them. I'm just saying, why would you when you've got a complete map of how to actually read with accuracy and insight, where you feel absolute structure? It's like anything, isn't it? If you've got structure, you're able to actually navigate your way and get through it. So I continue to learn, and I say to people, I'll read for you, and they'd say, oh, how much do you charge? And in the beginning, because I was learning and I wanted the practice, I'd say to them, gosh, just buy me some petrol, because I've come to your house, or, buy me, a takeaway, that'll be fine. Just a barter. One lady used to swap a little bit of, she'd do my ironing for me while I actually taught her the tarot, but that wasn't, she used to pay me for readings, it just shows you. And I've taught this for years. I've taught it in, goodness me, on telephone conference calls. I've taught it as in libraries, in community centres, mind, body and spirit exhibitions all over the UK, even sort of being able to teach people who live far away. We did that on a conference call. Now I'm able to actually offer this. I will be doing it in some Zoom sort of classes, but those Zoom classes will be paid events, and it'll be that you've had to have done the course first, so I can help you along. Beginners, intermediate and advanced. So what's the difference? Well, beginners is just getting used to the cards, that's it. No spread, nothing. You just need to know about the cards, and you need to know their planets and astrological signs. And that's what the course covers. And by knowing that, you're able to actually identify things that you wouldn't have necessarily known before. It's a real key to learning. And so you can then go on into intermediate, where I teach you this unique system and spread, and it's the method and how to bring it together. And it's being able to actually give a reading with clarity, so that you don't have the guessing game. Of course, your intuition will come into it. That's what we want, but you need to know that there is structure and that there is a system. So I can help you with that. And once you've got your system, you can navigate your way forwards with your psychic development and intuition. It kind of comes that you need the system first, then that opens up for you, and you'll be absolutely certain that your accuracy is there. Okay, so yeah, that's what you can do, and you can actually do it as in to entertain your friends, to read for yourself. And people say, I can't read for yourself. With this method, absolutely you can, because it's like looking at an astrological chart, a natal chart. You've got positions, you've got meanings, you've got feelings. You're able to identify exactly and pinpoint. I mean, imagine being able to say to somebody, a bit like this week, I said to somebody, gosh, this is what's happening. I don't really want to say the country, because it's quite sensitive at the moment, but this is what's happening, and this is who's doing it, and this is the organisation that's putting a block on what you want, and this was a career reading, of course, and this is who and what and where and the actual countries, and he was like, he just said to me, darling, I absolutely adore you. You've given me absolute clarity. I just told you to throw the cards out and tell me what advice I needed. And as we speak, the timing came up for that day. And so he said, you're absolutely right. It's in, what's the word? Dispatch. It's been dispatched today. So he was able to know with clarity and certainty before, he told me anything, that what the cards were telling him is he needed to know that I knew what I was talking about in order to be able to go forwards and make his decision based on that particular project, which was work. And then we looked at his family and was able to say where his family was, not the city or anything like that. And it's nothing to do with psychic, it's the cards. It can actually tell you certain places. There's some places it can't, you can look at the likes of, you get the Middle East, you'll get Europe, you'll get North America, you'll get South America, you'll get Central America, and so on. So I can teach you all of that, all right? So, but it's a method, and that is why I'm sharing this. And then I've gone on to be able to actually teach people who've then gone on to actually be professionals. There are, 10, 20 that I can think of at the top of my head at the moment that are currently full-time readers working on platforms and earning a living. And that was really handy, of course, in lockdown for a lot of people. But these people had started before that, and that's some students of mine that went on to use this method and be professional. It's all lovely. How long would it take you? Well, it depends on, how confident you feel. A bit like me, I spent a year just mulling around, giving readings. Can I read for you? Can I read for you? The difference is, by the way, when you read for free for somebody, they don't value and appreciate it. When you barter something, and you might be comfortable about sort of cash or something like that, it's your time. You see, it was my time. I had a full-time job, and it was more to do with the transition of, I've got my full-time job, I love what I'm doing, I earn more money as in doing what I'm doing than I would doing the tarot. But I just kept at it until the tarot actually climbed up so high that I was able to leave my day job and do this full time, which I've done for 30 years or so. So that tells you a little bit about how old I am. Anyway, right. So again, we've got lovely colours going on there. It depends on your deck. The colours will vary enormously. The images will vary enormously. Sorry. I do want to point out that choosing a deck that you're comfortable with is half the battle. The first deck that I was given was a pip deck, and what that means is I created a pip deck myself, believe it or not. That the suits are pretty much, you'll see the same image coming up with 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but no picture, no imagery, just the actual suit itself. And looking at 10 swords on a card, just 10 swords, no picture, no symbology, nothing. I just couldn't connect with that. It's just not for me, even now. I've been doing this years. It's like, doesn't mean anything. Of course it can. I won't get the depth. That's my point. So, yes, you can use different decks, which I'm going to show you in a little while. So stay with us if you're watching. And you're in a position then to be able to go about just picking a card and getting familiar with that, and the colours will mean something, or the imagery means something. You've got the green there, that's the heart chakra, showing that you're supported by the universe. You've got a stream running by there. It looks quite smooth, doesn't it? So it shows that, emotions will run smoothly. Got a castle in the background there, which is significant of security and that you can reach your goal and it can materialize for you. Got some mountains there, which actually show that these are some of the challenges. And I'll go through the colours a lot more with you if you happen to tune in to my course on TarotCourses online. Okay, right. Okay, folks. Let's have a look as we move into our next card today, which is the Two of Wands. Okay, sorry, just... Sorry about that, I just muted my microphone for a moment. Just give us a moment. Sorry, dogs barking outside, probably sheep grazing in the field opposite. So the Two of Wands. Well, this is a card of recognising that your world is too small and restrictive and that you can indeed do more. So from the Ace of Wands, the inspiration of your idea, you're now actually looking at what you can do to develop it. So you're perhaps dreaming of better and bigger achievements. And in the Two of Wands, it's a sense of yearning. It's about feeling that desire, but being unsure how to achieve what it is that you're longing for. So the Two of Wands takes that spark of inspiration that we got from the Ace of Wands and turns it into a clear action plan, which is what I've been saying really about, the method that I use to read. It's firing things on all cylinders and feeling that you are navigating something that makes sense to you. And you went through a discovery phase and now you know what you want to manifest and now you need to figure out how to do it. So the Two of Wands indicates that you're considering your long-term goals and aspirations and you're starting to get ready to plan for what you need to do to achieve them. So it's very similar to what I've been talking about, isn't it? How to learn the tarot. There's got to be a method. There's got to be a system. There's several. But there's only one method that will give you the kind of things that I've mentioned thus far, okay? Because it all is, oh, this is past, present, future, it's the Celtic cross, and it's this, and it's like, yeah, but I'm asking about, X, and I'm asking about that person and their name, and I want to know what are they thinking and feeling, and 3 cards can't really do that for you. And it could be this, it could be that, and what if I'm wrong, and I'm stabbing in the dark, and maybe this, and I feel that, my intuition's telling me. It can be that you feel that you're getting it wrong. And I know because I've been there too. And I also worked with a team of well over 200 readers that needed that support to have the confidence that, yes, they could read, but how could they answer such questions? Kind of thing people would say is, well, when are they going to ring? And are they thinking of me? And, are they going to get their karma? And what's happened to so-and-so? And what are they thinking and feeling? I don't want to know what they're thinking and feeling in their life. I want to know what they're thinking and feeling about me. So how would you answer that? Well, learning your cards from scratch, which is what we're doing here, is a start. But putting all the pieces of the puzzle together, well, that needs some sort of system. And, that's what I do. So, yeah, that's what it's all about. So it wasn't just customers, as in that I'm reading for. I was training people. It was also giving the support to readers that I actually had that needed some support and were blown away by people that are scared and they have a lot of questions and they come to you and they can be quite desperate, and you've also got to know when to say, I'm sorry, I just couldn't possibly. And it's your business, it's your reading, and you've got to have your rules too. And also you've got to be able to not give them something where you're not sure. And you've also got to be able to say, I couldn't possibly answer that. You're asking something. Maybe it's legal, or maybe it's medical, or maybe it's actually something that's distasteful that you really aren't qualified for. And you just have to say, sorry. You're going to have to see a lawyer, you're going to have to see an accountant, you're going to have to see a medical specialist. I'm not here for that, but, can I help you anywhere else? I can look at your well-being, I can look at your thoughts, feelings, I can look at the thoughts and feelings of someone else, I can look at their intentions, I can look at your business, I can look at, where this is at, all of that. And that's what this system can actually do for you. So, you may be contemplating something overseas when the 2 of Wands turns up, to do with travel or further education or a significant career, a switch to expand your horizons beyond your immediate environment. And with careful planning and a moderated approach, you'll be able to set yourself up for success. But one card on its own, what can it do? Well, there you go, there's 2 of Wands. But let's say that we put another card next to it. And in this case, I'm going to hold up the Devil card for you. Okay, so this is from deck Muse. Okay, so what's the Devil card? Well, it's all about your status and reputation. It's all about what you want to manifest. It's very earthy. So it's about wanting more. It's about, your ambitions. And it's also very much about destiny, prestige, appearances, our status, our ambitions, our reputation. And it's the influences of the mother. And that sits in the 10th house. Not the 2 of Wands, but the Devil card. So if you combine the Devil card with the 2 of Wands, for example, and of course there's another 21 major arcana cards, you are able to kind of go, right, this is definitely about the fact that this person is ambitious, because we've got the Devil card. It's temptation, it's desire, they're wanting to do more, they're fired up by that Devil card, you see? So I hope that gives you a little idea of some of what you can actually discover. And with the 2 of Wands, it's showing that they realise that things are too small for them and that they are wishing to develop way beyond what they've already had. So that's what I'm getting at, okay? In the Two of Wands there, we can actually see the mountains again. We've got the greenery, we've got the blue sea there. Everything looks calm. Again, mountains, challenges ahead. The green that's going on there, being supported by the universe. The emotions are represented there by the sea, and he's looking out to sea, holding a globe, considering his world and contemplating what's next for me. It also shows that there is a gap between the two wands. Well, that could actually be that there could be a gap in his life while he actually navigates the new way forwards and makes these achievements possible. And it's action. He's not thinking, I want to do this. He's going to do it. How do we know? Wands. Wands are action. Okay, this is what you're looking for. So when someone says, well, will it definitely happen? You've got to look at the wands. You've also got to look at the pentacles. It's no good looking at swords because we all think swords are thoughts. It's conversations, thoughts, what's going on in our logic, what's going on in conversations that we're having with others, and the conversations that's going on in our head. So emotions, they're the cups. This person really wants this. They really want, but it's not going to get it. Desire actually triggers action, but you'd need to see some wands coming in. So you'd be able to see maybe that somebody's thought something and that they've actually wanted something and whether they're going to go into action. And also you'd be looking along the spread as it develops to see whether or not they start off well and then it crumbles. Okay? So you might see them sort of, doing really well, and then later on, at the end of the spread, you kind of see, well, look, they're going into mock battles and struggles, and, it's actually, they're giving up. So you'd be able to tell the story. And that is what is different about the system that I teach, okay, and use myself. And it served me well because, I set up a big company with it. I've done DVDs. I nearly posted yesterday, and I thought twice about it because I'm almost unrecognizable. A video that I did of the Morgan Greer Tarot deck series back in, it was 2008 or 2009. And you see me just doing very briefly. It's all on YouTube, but it's not under my name. But it is there, and it's had thousands of views because it's just basic and helps people just know what that card means. So if you want a PDF of this, or we want to actually watch back on what we've done, go into the playlist and you'll find it there. It's the second time around my channel that I've done this. I did it slightly differently the first time, and that's where all of the people from Facebook just kept saying more. So I went away for 2 years and built a course so that it was all recorded, so that people would have the convenience of being able to join wherever they were, whatever the time frame was, whatever their pocket was, made it affordable so that you too can actually learn this system properly without having to join a group at a set period of time, with the time difference and people working in their busy lives. It was the only way to go. And with lockdown, gosh, that did come in handy for a lot of people. So there you go. Lots and lots and lots of different things coming up here. Right. Bear with me. Sorry, we've got somebody spamming yet again. Okay. Hello. We've got lovely, and that's really nice. Thank you for your comment there, Solitude Spins. Welcome from Twitch. Let's add you to the broadcast and just say, there we go. We've got a lovely comment on there. There we go. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Lovely. Lovely to have you along. And there we go. We've got our lovely Nicola, who is absolutely fabulous and getting a real professional at being a moderator for our tarot lives, which are on Fridays and Saturday. Fridays being free readings and Saturday being free training. Thank you. So we've got a lovely blue hummingbird who's saying good morning. Thank you very much. Lovely. Right. So with no further ado, okay. And I must apologise, folks. I will be doing the end of the Cup family, which will be the Queen and the King of Cups. It's just been an incredibly busy week, and I kind of got it right. It was about 2 minutes before I thought, crikey, I should have done this one first, but not to worry, we'll go back and do that next week. So anybody wanting to know about the Queen and the King of Cups, I will do that next week. Promise. Okay, right. So let's move into different decks. My glass of water. Okay, right. Let's get that out. So we've got lovely comments there on the right-hand side. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank you very much for that. Not as many comments as we get to see on the lives. Do you know, last night there's 200 comments. Hi. Good morning. How are you? Good morning to you, Pepper Crane. Lovely to have you along. Welcome to Tarot Training. So here's just 3 decks that I've selected for you this time. Oh, thank you very much. Lovely. Oh, I love that. You know, sharing where you're from. Thank you, Paper Crane. I think I said your name wrong a moment ago. You're from Canada. I love to know where you're coming from. Absolutely love that. It's so, so helpful when I'm just curious about where this goes out and how you find us. So I love it when people let me know where they're from, and I really, really do mean that. You know, oh, Solitude Spins is saying, beautiful collection. I've got so many. And if you want to watch on YouTube, you can go and watch the playlists every week when I actually go through the cards. Although I show you the PDF, I try and show you different decks, okay? Sorry, I'll take that off. So on this one, and I normally show a little bit more, but I was trying to do so many things you wouldn't believe it. And I'm still trying to get this figured out as to how to bring the comments up really neatly and put a little border around it. I will get that. I was going to do it today, but that would have delayed this show by another couple of hours, which I just don't want to do in case clients come in and I can work in between. So bear with me on that. I will try and get it. I think it looks okay-ish, but I am working on it, okay? Haven't got my logo on there. Ah, thank you, Blue Hummingbird, Michigan in the States. Oh, that's wonderful. Not only does it make me feel that we are all connecting as, you know, people that are like-minded and I hope friendly in this community, but it gives me some insight as to sort of what time to experiment with doing a live, you know, and by doing a live, I am trying to help you all because I know what it's like, you know, and I was so fortunate that, you know, my tarot training was actually in, move myself there a little bit. Hi, you are gorgeous. From Tennessee, Michigan, Tennessee, Canada. Come on, Nicola, let us know where you're from. Okay, and I'm sure you can tell from my British accent that I am from the UK, but I am not actually living there. I live in Turkey. So, you know, the weather is starting to become incredibly warm, and it's lovely to know where we all are, isn't it? You know, when I lived in London, I was able, London and Essex, I was able to get access to so much tarot. But this one particular place was just a godsend, a little shop. And in that shop, there was 10 of us every week on the beginners, then intermediate, then the advanced, all learning tarot. Oh, thank you so much, Blue Hummingbird. do, might be a good idea to pop onto my YouTube channel. It's Tarot with Anne-Marie. If you want to go on there. Why? Because there's so many videos on there. I've done lots and lots of different videos. Why? I think there's over 300 on there. I've done relationship videos. Not only have I done them for the public that can't afford readings or want to actually learn something, and I've did the Element series where it was, if you are fire and your ex is fire, what's going to happen? Or if you are fire and they are air and they are earth and they are water. I did all of that, and I went right through. So all the 4 elements. So there's 16 videos there, and I did them with 44 cards. I'm mentioning that because then you get to see. Sign up on there and you can watch the videos, because you can actually see me reading, and I filmed from above and kept myself out of it and showed you all the cards and went through it in a way that was an actual reading, as if that person was paying and asking that particular question. That's what it's all about. And the reason I mention that is, if you watch those videos, it shows you my method. I didn't intend to do it like that, but I had nothing to hide, because, it's like, well, I got loads of comments. What spread are you using? What deck is this? What's this? What's that? And it was like, okay, I did it so that you'd be able to really enjoy the actual reading, but it fires up so many other things, which is great. Yeah. So, lovely. It's just then that you can press the bell as well, and then when if you're available, I'm doing a live, hop on and you won't miss anything. Or you can save later, or you can watch the playlist. There's something on there for everybody, I hope. And as I said, I am a professional reader, and I've led a tarot team, professionally for the last 13, 14 years, but I've been reading professionally for 30 on my own. I've popped back to being on my own again because I wanted to do this. I wanted to do the courses, and with the actual platform that I founded, it's very much about readings, and so I just wanted to actually take space and time to do this. Okay, so why? Because I set up a new website that is helping people learn tarot, because there's not much out there. It's really difficult to find. Really, really difficult to find. Hi, hello. So we've got Dappy Graham, yeah, and Caviar Deepak. Hi, lovely. Welcome, welcome. So, right, this deck is the Rider Waite Deck, but it's a plastic deck, okay? And it is plastic, okay? You can, yeah? Quite bendy. The cards are quite heavy, because plastic is obviously a little bit weightier than, plastic is weightier than cardboard or cardstock. And I'm really well. You're very, very welcome. Very, very welcome. Yes, that's my name. I'm Tarot with Anne-Marie. Okay, I should really have my logo up there. I normally do, but because I'm messing around, it was on the PDF. Because I'm messing around, I've got cable under my foot, with borders, etc. I took the banner off, which normally sits below me. I can bring one back on for you. Hold on 1 minute. Let's see. Let's use banner 20. You see? Now I need to. You see, there it is. Tarot with Anne-Marie. That's who I am. Okay. I'd need to move my camera again, but I don't want to mess with that. I want to just kind of give you what we're doing. So I'll be messing with borders and logos and all the rest of it as we go along. But the plastic deck is lovely, and of course, if you're like me, reading 7 days a week, and When I worked on the platforms, I used to do 5 and take 2 days off. But now I'm doing the courses. I'm able to do less reading, so I spread them out over 7 days and teach and get everything ready for the business. And it takes time to get a website together and put courses together. 2 years filming, teaching myself how to do this, how to do lives, how to do Final Cut Pro, and. Anyway, let's get back to this. So the plastic deck, very much on the Rider Waite deck. So this is a great deck, and yes, so helpful for someone that's actually got cards on the go all the time, and accidents do happen. You know, I've got a glass of water or coffee or something like that. It can easily happen. The only time it's ever happened, believe it or not, is when they have been in a drawer and the rain came in. I left the window open and it was like, oh. So one deck got drenched. I tried to dry them out, but spoiled, the cards. The Ace of Wands here comes from this deck, which is the Master Tarot deck. And my hubby has just brought me a lovely coffee, but he's put it so that I can't reach. So bear with me. And while you see me reach up, you will see my shirt that I showed last night. Let me show you. I don't normally wear such things, but look, isn't that marvellous? Yeah, my cards say everything's going to be okay. It's huge. I'm not really bothered about that. I just saw it while I was in Turkey. I'm on a trip and a visit to another city, and it was in a shop. I'm walking by, there's glass doors, and it was like, look at that hanging up there. So I've got a dark one and a white one, and the white one is a smaller size, still huge. But this will serve as a nightie, but I just wanted to actually share it with you, okay? So what have we got? We've got the moon and we've got the sun, okay? And there's me. Okay, what a bit of fun. Hey. I'm not doing readings, darling. Readings Fridays. Okay, Friday, you missed it. It was last night. Go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Press the bell, and then you'll know when I'm on. That's the best way, because Twitch will only give you an announcement there and then that I'm coming on, unless you get notifications. Although I stream to Twitch, I'm not very good with that. Okay, I'm sorry. That is a reading coming in, so I'm going to have to shoot off soon. A notification that somebody wants me. I might free for a call, so we will round this up. Okay, so this is a great deck, Rider Waite. That's why this is based on Rider Waite, and this is the Master Tarot deck. Very similar. The hands, just like in the PDF I showed you, the wand, the actual leaves signify lots of things that I'm not going to go into here. I have no intention of. You'll find that on the courses. It goes on and on and on and on otherwise, okay? And this one is the Muse deck, which they've called the Ace of Inspiration. So do you see what I'm saying? Here you can kind of follow something. Less going on in this card than this card. We've got the mountains there. We can just about see the stream. We've got the actual sort of leaves there, shoots and branches, the hand of God, the cloud, all sorts of things that's there, but not as much detail. And the colours didn't speak to you. They're beautiful. I love all my decks. There's nothing wrong with any of the decks that I use, but you might struggle if you're learning tarot. And this one's absolutely gorgeous, and yeah, as an intuitive reader, the colours are brilliant, but you haven't got that structure of even knowing. Even I had to check today, okay, Ace of Inspiration is definitely wands, in the little book. There it is, yeah? The fiery ones have transformed into inspiration because it's, a guidebook from Chris-Anne, who has done the Muse, and it's her take on it and what she sees in it. It's beautiful. I loved it and I enjoy using it, but you kind of go, right, hang on a minute, I'm going to actually do a video on this. Let's make sure that I know exactly what I'm talking about, for the sake of actually showing you different cards. because you can't know what's in the creator's mind all the time. Who would know that? It's been used, and it's just checking. And with over 60 odd decks, incredibly difficult to actually know what's in the creator's mind. Right. Hi, Elaine. How are you? Lovely to see you. Okay. Lovely. Thank you for saying hello. Elaine, people have been telling us where they are viewing from. As you can see there in the comments. Lovely. I just love that comment there, as it well, with a nice warm welcome. There you go. So, caveat, we said this is not about actually having readings. Sorry about that, darling, and sorry about that, Depicagram. Okay, so the Two of Wands, okay? Again, traditional Rider Waite going on there, signifying he's looking at the globe like we saw on the actual PDF. It's just radiant, different sort of colours, symbology there. Great box for that as well, though, you know. Signifying the gap there between the wands, so you know there may be a gap in their life while they're trying to achieve their ambition. Oh, lovely. The UK, lovely, lovely, lovely. We've got Canada here, we've got the States, we've got me in Turkey, although I'm British, and we've got the UK. Thanks, Elaine. Lovely to have you along while we're doing our tarot workshop. So again, in the Masters Tarot deck, astrology answers, love that. Okay, gorgeous scene there, very similar to this one. And yeah, we've got our fellow looking at the globe, weighing up the world and what he's going to do, the mountains signifying the challenges that he's got, and we've got the scenery going on there, and we've got the wands saying that that's action. Wands are action. Keep repeating that. It's about projects, it's about work, it's about what you do, it's about physical action. Doing something. Imagine if you think, oh, I can't remember that, just think of wands that's in putting the kettle on. And I do bring that up in the courses. I go through it really simply to help you really understand exactly what's going on. Okay, and how you're going to be able to kind of thing. And there's lots of images, graphics. It took me hours to find the right graphics to tell the story to you, the person that wants to actually know how to read the tarot, so that the pictures and the words and my voice as your instructor is helping you along. Two of inspiration. And, you know, there are lots of people that are, forgive me for saying, are experts on tarot. But actually working at tarot as a professional reader and it being your life and being responsible for a team of over 200 and customers for years, you can imagine 6 hours of calls a day, constant, never had a break. You know, I was able to sort of put it on pause and kind of, you know, nip and get a glass of water and visit the bathroom, but we only had 10 minutes in between the calls, and I was always queues. Even my 6 hours would extend into 2 hours over, and I had to say, you've got to do something about this queue. I can't cope with it. You know, I'm not as busy on my own because I don't advertise in quite the same way, well, at all actually, apart from turning up and doing lives and videos. That's how people have found me. So I've got new clients, and I wasn't able to tell the old ones where I'd gone because that's not fair. They belong to that platform and that belongs to someone else now. Okay, so I hope you understand, you know. So yeah, it's just different. So yeah, that was a bit like me. I had to give up my life for a while. While I said, right, okay, I can't clean the house in the way I used to. I can't actually say it's I used to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 8 till 2. Often went into 4 or 5 o'clock. And I do Saturday, Sunday. I've always done Christmas Day on that platform. I've always done Boxing Day. I've always done New Year's Day and New Year's Eve. I only ever took my birthday off, whatever day it was. I stuck to those hours, and I was reliable. You have to be. So this is what it can lead to. And it gave me a life. And the reason I'm no longer in the UK is because of this. Instead of my previous career, I was able to move countries, take my job with me, and say to my husband, well, you can't do anything while we're there. There's nothing here for you to do. I'm not setting up a business of a restaurant or anything. So we'll do what I'm doing. So, we wanted to live in a beautiful place. We wanted to be amongst nature, see beautiful things. And good morning to everyone. Hi, good morning. Plain and Practical. What a fabulous name. We're just saying where we're from, Plain and Practical, and we're talking about tarot. I'm afraid I'm nearly at the end of it now, but you can actually go and watch it on YouTube, where I do. You can see the lives, but they take a while to come up. I will be posting that up tomorrow when I've actually made sure that all the tags and the editing and all the rest of it's on. So I've had to teach myself all of that. So, I used to have a team that did all of that kind of thing. And I'd just have to turn up, do the lives, go off, and then do a call. Not like that now, you see. So, yeah, this was my life. I had to actually go, crikey, I've got to actually put that over there and start doing that, and everything's changed. How much did I want it? A lot. And so, therefore, I did the action. And this has been me over the last 2 years on my journey of being tarot with Anne-Marie on my own. Oh, no idea. Fly over China. Oh, bless you. I love that. When you say wood sphere holders, what are they actually for? They're not tarot card holders, are they? That would be too much to actually go, wow, that would be lovely. Sorry, I'm having my coffee. Let's so Ohio, we've got a lot of Americans. My calls this morning were from the States. Nighttime for them, I guess. I think my lady was phoning from the West. I'm just trying to think. San Francisco, that way. So yeah, Los Angeles, that way. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Plain and Practical is saying, new comments, okay. There we go. All right, so, yeah, that's very true. It's true about tarot readings as well. You can undersell yourself. Two of inspiration, difficult, yeah? You see, just looking at that, it's a nice image. It's really beautiful. But you see, I would actually say to a new reader, they could really struggle with that. 2 minutes and look at the other cards, and I'd definitely sort of say, right, okay, what's going on there? That person's actually looking at passages new. They're actually trying to really figure it out. They're looking to go into they're magnifying it, with the telescope there. They're trying to zoom in on that, trying to work out what it is in that vast, area. Everything's possible. And there's the scene of being, grounded behind them. Most definitely, that person's grounded, they're thinking, they're looking, they're going into depth and all of that, but you're not getting what you're getting here, you see? I think you're fabulous. Absolutely fabulous for saying that. Whenever I need to price things, I think of the Five of Wands. Well, Plain and Practical is talking about what the Five of Wands means. It's a struggle, okay? And it feels as if you're not going to get it right, and not everyone's going to be happy. Maybe you're the one that's not happy, or the customer isn't, or the person that, and what you've got to think about, Plain and Practical. And I really love this, because I love you talking like this. This is what I wanted, and I do want to do some lives where I come on and we just chat. Because last night I was saying, I missed out on all the conversation. My husband said to me, you can't turn up and say that you're going to read and then start chatting. You know, you can chat a little, but come on, if you're saying you're giving readings, you've got to do what you say you're doing. Of course he's right, and I knew he was right, and I always do. But it was like, I want to actually talk to these people. So I will do maybe a Q&A where we have a chat, and you know, you bring your coffee or your tea and we talk, or your water or whatever it is. And we have an online sort of coffee morning or lunch, and we talk tarot. I want to do that. Just need a bit of time. You are brilliant. You know your stuff, don't you, plain and practical? This tells me a lot about what this person is saying. I don't know if you're male or female, forgive me. You don't have to reveal that, that's not important. But that's why I'm calling you a person. Plain and practical is actually saying it's a piece of imposter syndrome. So 5 of Wands, yep, absolutely. So, you know, there's somebody that's giving you some real insight. I'm sorry, Miss Cutie Rose, how are you? Such a sweet image and such a brilliant name. Love it, absolutely love it. Thank you so much. So, my darlings, I'm going to say ta-ta, and I am going to say thank you so much for your time and your support. And as always, I hope that you enjoyed the insights. If you do want a copy of the PDF that I used, and I will nip back to that now, so that those that joined us afterwards, okay, you can have a copy of this. Yours will be white. I just set mine to this colour, so the white doesn't look good with somebody in front of it, even if, you know, they are, oh, thank you very much for saying that. Not at all. If you want your copy, yours is a white copy, and so I know the difference as in when I am filming that I have this copy here, and you can get your copy of the Wands or the Cups or the Swords or the Major Arcana, because we've done those. Just can't get the Pentacles because I haven't actually done that one as a live stream yet, but I will, and when I do, you can have that one. And if anybody wants to go on and have a look at the courses, go and have a look. You know, it's just nice if you go and sort of see what I've written and how I've priced it. I've done it really reasonably, so that if you want, I've done a tarot journal, I've done tarot keywords, these are the bullet points. You can go and look at all of that. Okay, so you'll find that there on TarotCourses.online, and I'm going to be logoing up a little bit differently. I won't do the PDFs differently because that took time. I don't want to sort of rinse those. There you go. By the way, Nicola, you are you started. I can't remember. I think it might be the Major Arcana. Was it the Major Arcana that you've actually signed up for on TarotCourses.online? How are you finding it? Was it the Major, or did you do the suits? And if so, finding it okay? Perhaps you can tell us maybe next week. Life is busy, you know, maybe you got it, and if you're like me, it's there. I intend to do it, and I will do it, but now is not the right time. So at some point, there you go. And just to clarify, Nicola, was it the Major Arcana that you did, my darling? I'm not sure. Oh, you need to talk to me and tell me how it went, because obviously it's very new. It's only been available, for 4 or 5 weeks max. And I'm twisting the website round even more. You did the Major Arcana. Lovely. Okay. So, yeah, there you go. I put her on the spot there. Sorry about that, Nicola, but, you know, feedback, great. So she's saying, well, worth it and easy to follow. And yes, it's awesome. Also, there we go. So, folks, from me, I'm Marie, TarotAreThe Marie, also known sometimes as Pudsley on Twitch, because we have to use a name that we have to do. Oh, thanks, Nicola. Then that's fine. I need to take that off. There we go. Okay, so for me, I'm Marie. I will see you soon. I'll see you Friday for readings, free readings, and Saturday for training. Okay, Um, Plain and practical. I hear you. Okay, lovely. I'm just going to put that up. This is what I was reading. And moving forwards. Well, good for you. That's absolutely lovely. See you soon, everybody. Bye-bye. Till next time. See you soon.